And camera rolling.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Dave Moye. I'm Steve Jones. I'm a consultant, professional networker, and inspirational speaker. And I saw a lot of opportunities marketing-wise to help out a lot of people. And I wanted to bring Dave in because I want to put myself in a position that people can look at my videos for a short period of time and it can transform to go and want to take action on whatever they're learning. Dave spends more time in the practice of PR and...
Yeah, I'm a professional schmoozer, and you look great today.
That's some good stuff. You see that?
Wonderful.
You see that?
Seriously.
So, basically, we're in a day and age when we have 2 degrees of separation. A lot of the things that people want to do, we can do a lot faster. And I'm not talking about taking a lot of energy and doing a lot of busy work. I'm talking about the efforts that we're spending, maybe using video, a lot of free resources that are there with YouTube and a lot of resources. We can do a video of what we do once, real nicely, and be able to let people from all over the world see it. About a year ago, Dave and I did this little seminar, little workshop that we're doing tonight, and Dave was in a position that we hadn't gone on YouTube. I had done one video. Dave hadn't done any videos, and I suggested to Dave, I said, hey, you need to be on YouTube. You got some useful information, you're funny, go ahead and do it. So Dave, why don't you go ahead and tell them about what happened after that?
Okay, well, to set the story up, after 20 years in journalism, I was laid off from a job in September 2008, almost on the exact day that the economy went even more down south. Knowing that a lot of other journalists were going to be out of work, I thought I'd switch to PR so that I could pitch to these out-of-work journalists. And I don't know what the idea behind that was, but I decided to go into PR. Anyway, in terms of even though I had 20 years of experience of being pitched to, a lot of agencies wouldn't hire me, despite the fact that I'd helped get people on places like The Tonight Show, The Daily Show, New York Post, LA Times. They said, well, you have to have agency experience. And so when he suggested, Steve suggested that we do the videos, I wanted to do something that was going to accentuate what was unique about me, in this case, my sense of humor and my creativity. So he suggested doing some YouTube videos, and I saw my daughter's puppets at the same time, so I thought, okay, I'll do something called PR Puppet Theater. I'll have my daughter's puppets be the clients. I will make a series of instructional videos, and I will get them on YouTube. We got a Shakespearean actor named Ron Christopher Jones. Yes, they're brothers. We cranked out of them in about, I think we did 5 of them in a 90-minute period, and about a week later it was on CNBC because I knew people there, and I basically schmoozed them. So
he's a schmoozer.
I've gone, so I can go now to these places that weren't hiring me before and say, look, I got a cheesy puppet show on CNBC twice. Think of what I can do for your good clients. As a result, I got into PR, and because of that, at least at the agency, I've been breaking records ever since. A lot of it is knowing what the media wants, knowing how to deal with the media, knowing what the media doesn't want, and figuring out creative ways to make the core message of what you're trying to get across, make that appealing to the media. Because communication is a message is sent and a message is received. It doesn't always mean that the message that you want to send is to be sent out by the media. There are certain tricks that you can use to kind of appeal to the media, and some of them are somewhat distasteful at times. Like, for instance, fact is, media people are very cynical. They're very dark. They're very unhappy people. They like to drink a lot. So therefore, what you have to do, I know, I was a media person. Anyway, so what you have to do is, there's a saying in journalism, if it bleeds, it leads. So a lot of times you have to actually approach them with you can't say, oh, I've got this great idea, I'm going to save the world. Instead, you've got to come up with the problem. Oh, the problem is the world isn't saved. Here's the solution for it. A lot of times media wants certain formulas that you can fill for instance, throw anything with the troops. If you've got troops, throw it in. Troops. Pets. If you got something with pets and troops, throw them in. If you've got kids and you've got pets and you've got troops, you've got a great idea. And if you've got a mother that doesn't look like she's actually given birth recently and she looks good in a bathing suit, and you've got kids, troops, and pets, those are some things that you can definitely do. Now, I know that that's on a broad surface, but really, there are certain things that the media is going for, and to be honest, there are some idealistic people who say, but shouldn't they be paying attention to me because my idea is so good? You got to package it. I mean, Coca-Cola looks the same as Pepsi, but the cans are so much different. Like Pepsi looks so red, white, and blue, whereas Coke looks red. You pour them in a glass, they're going to look... You're not going to be able to tell the difference. Maybe if you taste them, maybe, but it's all how you package it. And that's what we do kind of in PR. We take people and we package them in a way so that they'll make a bigger impression than they would ordinarily.
What would be the difference between like the new media and the old media?
Well, in terms of pitching them, the difference is the new media has been hearing what the old media has gotten for a while, like free trips, free record albums, free this, free that. And so, whereas the old media, some of them kind of go, well, gee, do I have these ethics here? Am I allowed to take this? The new media just wants free shit all the time. Free shit. Just also, new media people are... Sometimes they try and couch themselves in saying, "Oh, I'm so I'm so ethical. I would never do this." And then at the same time, they will say, "Well, okay, so I got that fact wrong. I misspelled your name. I got the facts completely wrong. But what do you expect? I'm a blogger." So a lot of times, I'd say the difference between old media and new media is new media isn't quite as cynical, but they want their free shit. And old media is a lot more cynical, but they kind of are a little bit sometimes more reasonable to deal with. I mean, bloggers sometimes do think that it's a lot of free shit out there, and they're going to take advantage of it.
Got it. One of the things that I was thinking, I have a buddy, Nick, that actually inspired me to write the book, and he has a background in mentoring kids. Mm-hmm. And right now, because of the economy, he's detailing cars. He's enjoying it. He's not as busy as it, but he wants to get back into getting on stage, doing some public speaking, inspiring kids.
Okay.
What are some questions you could ask? Because I know a lot about Nick. What are some questions that you can ask, or what are some ideas that kind of triggered that, the ways to help Nick to get his car? Because he had sent me and wanted me to do some marketing for his car service.
Okay, well, the first thing, if you can find a way where he can, if you could do an angle where a guy is mentoring using in other words, if he can take the metaphor of how, the car detailing is a metaphor for life, and how he's teaching kids about life by teaching them how to detail the cars. Like, for instance, you got to take care of what you own. You got to make sure that, scrub the dirt off the tires. In other words, if he can, as a mentoring thing, use the car detailing as a way to get kids to understand and kind of go on to the next step, as well as teaching them a skill. That's something that the media might like, especially if the kids are like the children of troops. So, and if they bring their pets, so that the pets are watching the children of the troops do the car detailing.
That's some good stuff.
It's a formula. But the thing is, what you do is you take the car detailing, which he's going to be doing anyway, and you use this as a way to kind of go on beyond what they would, this guy here, we were able to get a bunch of kids on TV who run a food bank by, emphasizing that, these kids are helping, these homeless by collecting all the food themselves. And the media love that. So if you get something, here's a guy that's trying to make a better, using car detailing as a way to, go to the next step, that it's good for the soul. Because there is something to be said for